I wonder if I should use like one of my houses or something to get my magic back. Probably could. I'm gonna use my house though. I'm gonna do a bit of grinding first. Is there anything down here? Ah. Door to Nothingness is a cool card. My favorite magic card of all time is Slow Motion. I don't know why, but it is. If you open up my magic binder, it's the first card in the middle. I just always like the idea and art of that card. Yo, Mike, thank you for the 4 months. There's also a lot of amazing joke cards in Magic. Like the one that makes you play a Magic game inside of a Magic game. And Drink Token is also a great card. Target player gets you target drink. It's funny, we said, like, you would need to buy 50-some antidotes before the spell was worth it. And we said that in a way that was like, you'd never buy 50 antidotes, but honestly, I probably already used like 30. When a single spider fight can poison 4 people. Oh, another Earth Spirit. Okay. Trying to think of some of the other joke cards. There was that one where you had to yell something every time you played it. And there was one that was based on the artist of the card. Like the artist that made the drawing on the card. The illustration on the card. Depending on what the artist's name was, it did damage or something. Or it was like, you can't play any card by this artist or something like that. Ah, Khan's Run. Yeah, that was a good one. I don't know what my most expensive magic card is. Probably a good question. Wow, all that for an antidote? Are you kidding me? It was like a mini boss in front of that chest, and it was an antidote. my legacy decks probably have a couple pretty expensive cards in them. The only deck that I actually like actively bought expensive cards for when they released was my Artifact deck, because that was like my try-hard deck. Everything else was more like gimmicky and usually used cards that weren't that expensive or older cards. Probably my coolest draft story. See if I can remember the name of the card. It's not coming to me at the moment. What's the card that's Miracle, take an extra turn? Anyone remember? No one remembers the name. Temporal Mastery, I think. Not Manipulation. I think it was Temporal Mastery. But anyways, yeah, so I'll tell the story for those of you that like aren't into Magic so that you understand. So a set came out a couple years ago that had these cards called Miracle cards, and basically what they did was if you started the game and drew them in your starting hand, you could play them for free, I believe is how it worked. Or actually no, it wasn't just your starting hand, it was just if you drew them. So but you had to draw them, meaning if they were in your starting hand, then they were useless. So it had to be that first draw of the turn. So you had to kind of like randomly draw them throughout the game. So they were hard to take advantage of. But if you did draw them, then they were free, really good cards. Or I think maybe they were like 1 mana. But they were super strong, like broken cards. But with the downside of you had to draw them normally. And if you got them in your starting hand, then they were pretty dead cards. So, anyways, they were really broken, even though they had that downside. They were really broken because of just the way the Magic works and the fact that like having a card like that to top deck is really good. And some of the stuff that they did were just way too good to offset the downside. For example, Temporal Mastery, which gave you a free turn, which could just completely obliterate a game if you're losing and then draw it. So they were really good, and because they were really good, they were really expensive when they first came out. And I went to a draft tournament with my brother and 2 friends, and it was $60. I think it was $60 to enter. And you kept all your cards. And my brother, when we walked in, he was like, if anyone pulls Temporal Mastery, I will pay $60 for it. So we walk in, we all pay our $60, we sit down, we get our packs. Sure enough, like second pack I opened had a Mastery in it. And I looked at him and I was like, $60? And he was like, yeah. And I gave it to him, $60. Then the whole night was free for me. After like the second pack, whole night was free for me. And I got to keep all the other cards. And I just had fun for free that night. So it worked out pretty well for me. The craziest Magic story I've ever had was the Godpak. I've told that story probably once or twice. I think I've told it more than once on stream. But I'll tell it again if there's a lot of people here that haven't heard it. I need to get back to... I was going to use my house, but Braun died, and I don't think the house recovers Braun. In fact, I know it doesn't, so... We're going to have to walk back. Oh, God. Not the fight we wanted. Okay, so... While we're dying here, I'll tell the Godpak story. So, there was a set a couple years ago. That's all my magic stories start, apparently. That had these God cards in them. And the God cards weren't actually that incredible, but they were good. They were the main, cards of the set. And there was, like, one for each. I think there was, like, they all had 3 colors, and there was one for, like, each combination of 3 colors. And, they were all kind of like the rarest cards in the set. And if you opened, like, 5 or 6 or 7 packs, you might get one. And I had never been to, like, a real, like, magic gathering of, like, people before this. I'd gone to, like, draft tournaments and stuff, but my buddy invited me to go to one of his friends' houses where he was getting, like, a bunch of his friends together, and he was just buying, like, he was buying a box, and we were just gonna, like, throw our own draft tournament, as if we were going to a draft tournament, but just doing it with friends. And I was like, that's cool, let's do it. So, we get in the car and we head to his house, and there's, like, I think there was 6 of us. And he bought, I think it might have been 2 boxes, because 1 box sounds like it wouldn't be enough for 6 people. So I think it was like 2 boxes. And he brings the boxes out and opens them up, and we're all grabbing packs, just like draft style. And while everyone's picking their packs, somebody, randomly, is like, did you guys hear this rumor about the Godpak? And we were like, no, what the heck is that? And he was like, there's all these fake videos going around of these people opening packs and saying that all it was God cards. Like, you open the pack, and it instead of having, I don't remember how many cards. It's either 11 or 13, I think. Instead of the regular, like, 13 cards that's in a pack, instead it was 15 cards, and it was just the God cards, and that's it. All of them. And I was like, okay, so maybe it was, I don't remember how many God cards there were, but regardless, so instead of the normal, like with a land, a token, and then cards, it's just the God cards and that's it. No land, no token, just the God cards. And he was like, yeah, so all these people are like faking this stuff, where they basically open a pack to make it look like it was a real pack. They like seal it to make it look like it was a real pack. Yo, Red Good! Thank you so much for the 8 months. Fantathon hype. So all these people are taking these packs and resealing them and putting all the God cards in there to make it look like there's a pack out there with all these God cards. And then we started talking like, oh, maybe this is some kind of like conspiracy with Wizards of the Coast where they're telling people to do these fake videos so that people will go out and buy packs in hopes to find the Godpak, right? So we went back and forth, like, is it a conspiracy? Is it not a conspiracy? Is it just people faking it online for views? Or is Wizards of the Coast putting this together so that people will buy more cards? We had, like, a good laugh about it. We're like, what a ridiculous thing, right? So we all grab our packs, and we all separate to different rooms so we can put together our decks, and then the guy that ran the party was going to, like, draw names, and then everyone was going to play each other and stuff. And I'm sitting in the room with me, one of my buddies, and then the guy that's running the party. And then there were 3 other people in a different room putting together their decks. And we're sitting there putting our cards together, and suddenly I look up and I see the guy running the party, and he stood up and he's just staring at a pack that he just opened. And we look at him and we're like, what's going on? And suddenly he just freaks out, grabs the pack, and runs out of the room yelling. And we're like, what did this guy just open? Like, what did he get one of the gods he really wanted or something? Like, what happened? So we run out of the room with him, and he goes back to the main room where we all met, and he's like yelling for everyone to get in the room. And so everyone comes out of the two rooms and like gathers at the table where we met originally. And we're like, what are you yelling about? And he throws the pack down, and sure enough, all the god cards in this pack. Like, we watched him open it. It was real. And we're just looking at it after I had just had this conversation about whether or not it was a conspiracy or the YouTubers were faking it. Like, no one even threw out the idea that it was real. The conversation was, who's faking it? Wizards of the Coast or the YouTube guys? No one even said anything about it potentially being real. So after just having this conversation about it, we're like looking at the table and seeing all the god cards come out of this pack that we watched him open, and we're like, that's so insane. Like, we were just stunned. Like, oh my god. Like, how crazy. So we were blown away. And he lost the tournament horribly because he didn't even know what kind of deck to make with all the god cards. But, he was like, well, I lost, but I won. And we're like, yeah, you pretty much won. Like, you might not have won the tournament, but who really won here, you know? But yeah, it was nuts. And I guess there is like a chance that he played us all. But given that the set just came out, and there's no way he could have gotten like more boxes before that, and we were like 3 packs in, meaning that it's not like he opened all his packs, gathered all the god cards, and then put them in one pack and then pretended to open it or something. Like, it was real. And after that, we had heard other stories of people saying it was real too. People that were more trustworthy than random YouTubers. But yeah. It was one of those moments that was like just crazy to us because we had just come to the conclusion that it was definitely not true. You know, we were talking about how, like, why would they do that? That would lose them so much money. Like, you know, if to put all the god cards in a pack, but then not do advertising like that. You know what I mean? Like, you would think if they decided they were going to put 15, $20 to $30 cards in one pack, they would, like, advertise that. They'd be like, buy the new God set. There's a chance to get a God pack where you'll get all of them. You'd think that'd be something that they would push to get everyone interested in buying the packs. But instead, they kept quiet so it would slowly seep out as, like, a rumor. It was genius. Like, such a genius idea. I wish more companies did stuff like that. Like, what a cool idea to do. What if it wasn't on purpose? What if, like, someone broke into, like, the warehouses and put together a bunch of god packs as, like, a joke? And Wizards of the Coast just rolled with it. Like, yeah, that's what we meant to do. I don't think they've ever even made a statement on it. Maybe they have, I don't know. But at the time, they didn't say anything. All these YouTube videos came out and everyone just said it was fake, and they didn't say anything like, no, it's real. They just let it kind of go under the radar as a rumor. Like, what a cool idea, yeah. Basically viral marketing, yeah. But before viral marketing was really that popular, and, like, as much as I remember, I don't remember anything like that in anything that I was involved in at the time. Nowadays, viral marketing's a bit more, you know, common. Probably the biggest viral marketing is just getting, like, every Twitch streamer and YouTuber to play your game or whatever at the same time. But back then, there wasn't really anything like that. They had to be more creative. it just felt so, like, surreal because, like I said, at the time, we thought for sure it had to be fake because it would lose them so much money. Looking at it now, you know, no, not really. Like, the campaign, it going viral alone probably made them the money back. Plus, Wizards has plenty of money, and plus it's just cardboard, so they make money regardless. But at the party, it just felt like this impossible thing, that there's just no way they would ever do that. So to see it happen right in front of us while the guy's like freaking out was just such an amazing like moment. See you, Patches. I just want to get to this cave and get out so I can use my house. That's the mission. I don't know. I don't know much about like card games and how all the back end of that stuff works. I know a lot about business and how like businesses work with money and stuff, but I don't know enough about the market of like cards to really understand. But to me, being a business owner, I find it hard to believe that like they would hemorrhage money off of cards. Like cards just feels like the most profitable thing on the planet. I know it's not, but it just feels that way when you look at it and you're like, okay, they basically make a box full of plastic and cardboard and sell it for hundreds of dollars on giant, you know, just wheeling them out, just thousands and thousands of boxes to private buyers and card shops and you name it. And all that's just like straight up profit to them. It feels like it would be so easy to just do that forever. But as far as I've heard, that's not the case. But just from an outside perspective, it's like, how do you screw that up? Like, once you get people to enjoy the cardboard, all you gotta do is make more cardboard. And granted, you know, there's obviously balancing and art and all that, but it at its very core, you're basically just making cardboard and people are spending thousands of dollars for it. It just feels like it'd be the most profitable thing. But of course, there's a lot more to it than that. And people see stuff like Black Lotus on sale for $10,000 million on eBay, and they're like, wow, Wizards of the Coast must be rich. But they didn't sell it for that. They sold it for $5, you know. It's the reselling that is so expensive. And Wizards doesn't make any of that money. But still, I mean, when I buy a Magic box and it's like $100 and it's basically just a bunch of cardboard wrapped in plastic, I can't help but feel like I got played. In some way, shape, or form, like they're counting their money. Do I have any heal left? Also, card shops always felt like an easy thing to do growing up, you know? It's like Wizards just sends you the boxes and you pay for them and then you sell them for the same amount or more, and then people just come in and trade and you could just open the box. Like card shops always made me laugh because they're basically like an advanced version of what a lot of Magic players already do. Like, Magic players go to drafts and open boxes and then sell the card single, and that's basically what card shops do, just on a bigger scale. They just open up a bunch of packs and then sell them as singles. And in that way, it feels like they'd be so profitable. Because even, you know, even just me buying one box and paying $100 for it, I almost always get my money back if I get one good card out of it. But, a lot of card shops I've seen, at least around here, which, believe it or not, my area is actually like super populated with card shops. I'm not sure why, but for whatever reason, especially my old town, we had card shops like everywhere. Oh, it didn't heal Braun all the way. I wonder if it gave me all my magic or not, or if just it gave me some. Yep, it gave all of it. That's good. So now I can heal Braun. Okay. But yeah, I saw a lot of card shops like come and go as a kid. A lot of them stayed, but a lot of them came and went as well. I guess there's just a lot. You know, around here there's a lot of them, so you have to make sure people are going to your shop, and that's probably the hardest part. And you have to set up tournaments and stuff. If you submit the same name, well, if you submit the same name that's already on the list, they'll just vote towards it. But if you're asking, like, can you pick one of these 4 names? Yeah, you can. It's fine. Yeah, so I think, like, a big issue around here is just simply competition. But I think a lot of card shops around here missed out on tournaments. And I don't know, maybe if tournaments were just too expensive to run or something, but a lot of my card shops just didn't do tournaments as often as they should have. You know, I would have gone there every week and played tournaments and then probably bought cards if they had them, but they didn't have them. So I was just like, well, I don't feel like going then. They could have really, like, created a community, and I feel like that's where card shops really get going, is when they have a community around them. But if you don't run tournaments, then the community's not really gonna form. I'm just gonna do this instead of trying to run. Yeah, card shops have this great thing that, like, no other place really has, which is the community. Shops like GameStop and, you know, stuff like that, like, they don't have a real community. They just sell. Card shops have this benefit of having regulars, you know. And, like, I remember, I've told this story before, the GameStop manager that I really liked growing up. I had a GameStop that was by my house, and the manager that worked there was awesome. He was the only manager I've ever seen of any shop ever that really tried to create a community. Like, even though it was a GameStop, and making a community around GameStop is, like, not possible. He tried his hardest. Like, whenever there was midnight releases, he would buy, like, pizzas. Can you imagine, like, going to a GameStop and waiting in line and there's a pizza? Like, that's unheard of. That wouldn't happen. But he did. He would buy, like, pizzas for pre-releases and just be like, you want some pizza while you're waiting? And we're like, what? This is GameStop. Why are you giving us pizza? It's like, because. You came at midnight. Like, you deserve some pizza. So he really tried to create, like, a community of people that would go to that GameStop. And I remember telling my mom, like, let's not go to that GameStop. Let's go to this GameStop because I like the manager here. So it did work. But then GameStop sucks and moved that manager to another GameStop for no reason. So as soon as he started making a community of people that wanted to shop at that GameStop, they moved him and then everyone left. Because GameStop's a horrible company and doesn't know what they're doing. Even back then. Oh, it was. It was 100% out of pocket. What? 1,000%. Like, I have zero doubt in my mind that that pizza was out of his pocket. He ordered it, picked it up, brought it to the GameStop, and gave it to us. It was not GameStop money. But he knew what he was doing. Yeah. Yeah, it was probably just people there partying it up. That's cool, though. I've gone to several releases. I used to go to Call of Duty releases all the time. And it wasn't usually because, like, I wanted to be part of the community online that got the game first. It was usually just because friends were going. And so I just went with. And then I went to the midnight release of Final Fantasy 13, which I've told before. We were the only ones there. We sat in the parking lot until midnight, and we walked in, and the guy was like, "Here you go." And then we left, and that was it. It was a great experience. What other midnight releases did I go to? I think it was mostly just Call of Duty. I think I remember going to the midnight release of Infamous, actually. Infamous Second Son. I can't remember if that was a midnight release or if we just went day one, though. Because I remember eating at the Subway before picking the game up. And I feel like it was light outside. So I feel like it was actually just like a day one thing we did, not actually a midnight release. What else? Pretty sure I've gone to more, but can't think of them at the moment. Star Wars Battlefront. I don't know, midnight releases were cool, even if the game was lame. It was just cool to go and, like, experience them, you know? So I went to one midnight movie screening in my life, and it was a horrible mistake. Like, I did enjoy myself, but man, I did not understand what I was getting myself into. So, it was the midnight screening of the final Batman movie. The final Arkham, or the final, why can't I think of the name? Yeah. So it was Returns, Dark Knight, and then Dark Knight Rises, right? That was the movies. Returns, Dark Knight Rises. So, it was the midnight premiere of Dark Knight Rises, but they played, Begins. So they played Begins and Dark Knight before. So it was like a 7-hour event. And it started at like 6. And they just played all of them until midnight. And then the final movie started at midnight and went to like 3 a.m. because the movie was freaking 3 hours long. So, when I was going into it, I was like, okay, 3 movies in a row. So that's going to be like 4.5 hours or something in the movie theater. That's pretty long, but hey, you get free popcorn in between each movie and stuff, like it'll be fine. But what I didn't realize at the time was that the Batman movies are long. And so it wasn't 4.5 hours, it was like 7 hours. And I was getting out at like 3 a.m. and had to drive home. So it was kind of a disaster. I was like dead by the last movie. And I didn't fall asleep. And I got home and I watched all the movies and I enjoyed all of them. But yeah, I was exhausted after the first movie. I had the feeling of like, time to go home. It's been 3 hours in the movie theater after the first movie and I had 2 more movies to go. So it was a bit of a yikes. It was cool, though. It was cool to experience. It's cool to say that I was there. There was a bunch of people dressed up that went. It was cool. And we got free popcorn after each movie, which was useless because after a 3-hour movie, you no longer want popcorn. So, like, they advertised it that way. They were like, you get free popcorn after every movie. It was like, wow, that's awesome. And then after the first movie, you're like, why would I want more popcorn? That's not what I want at all. How's it going, C-Mark? Ah, these ogres just have so much health. Every time someone says Marky Mark, I can't help but think of that Mark Wahlberg workout tape where he goes, POW! One of these days, I'm going to set an alert every time C-Mark enters the chat. It goes, POW! That'd be amazing. If you've never seen that, it's the most incredible thing ever. Alright, no cockatrice. No cockatrice. Marky Mark. Pow! People kept telling me, Mark, you should make a workout tape. So I did. I wish I was just that on top of the world, man. Like, I wish I just had the audacity to just make a workout tape and be like, this is it. This is what everyone wants. Just to have zero care. Just like I'm Mark Wahlberg, I could do what I want. Dude, the Harry Potter books were, like, expensive when they came out, though. I remember reading most of them out of the library, too. Yo, Tanner, thank you so much for the 2 months. Oh, wrong way. Shoot. Crap. Oh, God. Help. I only read up to Goblet, but I remember I only owned, like, the first 2, I think, and then the other 2 I got out of the library. Because they were expensive. Yeah, man. That's everyone's dream, to make a workout tape, right? I mean, like, maybe a normal workout tape, no. But, like, the Marky Mark workout tape, that's the dream. Like, if you've never seen it, it's not even a workout tape. Like, he does, like, 2 exercises and then just hangs out with babes, like, the whole... Like, the end of the tape is him in a hot tub with, like, 9 babes. And he's just like, that was my workout. Like that. It's not even like a workout tape. It's just a dream. He was just like, let's get some babes together and record it. And they're like, isn't that illegal? And he's like, we'll just make it a workout tape. I'm gonna do this fly video with 9 babes. But Mark, there needs to be some reason for the video. Well, we'll work out. Oh my god, I forgot the first part. The first part of the video, the guy walks in and he's like, let's get some pancakes. he like wakes him up and he's like, we got pancakes. And then Mark like sits out of bed and he's like naked. Like that's the video is like basically softcore. Like for the whole start of the video, it's just Mark shirtless getting pancakes. And then they're like, we should work out. Like I'm telling you, it's like, it's the dream video, man. It's nothing to do with working out. That's how I start my day. Pow! I wish we could watch that. I wish I could email Mark Wahlberg and he'd give me permission to watch the video on stream. Oh yeah, it was. I mean, at least he was ripped. Like, at least he had the the ability to make a workout tape. It wasn't like the Regis Philbin one. Which, R.I.P. man. Truly R.I.P. That made me sad. But yeah, I mean, he was ripped. Like, he could do it. It's just that was not the image. That was not the goal of the tape, I don't think, you know? Like, that wasn't the goal. That's just what it became. The full... Wait, is the full thing actually 4 minutes? There's no way. They sold a VHS of the thing. It was 4 minutes of him just talking about pancakes and going, POW! and then like 2 workouts. It's like yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I wish I could do that. I wish I could just create a Blu-ray of me just being like, this is my Twitch workout, POW! You want to make YouTube videos like me? I'm about to teach you 4 minutes. And then I get out of my chair and I'm like, time to get some coffee. It's like 2 minutes of me making coffee. Get up in the morning, get some coffee. Pow! Okay, it's an hour. Okay, that's better. I was gonna say, if they really sold a VHS that was 4 minutes long. Still, I guarantee about 10 minutes of that is actually working out. Because, like, there's the scene with the pancakes, and then there's the scene where they're just sitting there, and he's talking about making an exercise video and why he's doing it. And he's got his crew around him and they're just kind of like nodding at everything he says. Like, even if it's the dumbest crap. He's like, so everyone was asking me, Mark, you should make a workout tape. And they're just like, mm-hmm. And then there's the part at the end with him in the hot tub with the babes. So, like, that's already, like, 30 minutes. I gotta imagine there's no more than, like, 30 minutes of actual working out on that tape. Wait, do I have lit? Okay, we're just gonna go for it, even though I'm hurt. I wonder if... probably not. You could try it, but it's probably not gonna do anything. No! No, they paralyzed Mav! That's not good. He was the one doing things. I have downloaded the video. It's on my... It's on my, my iPod Nano. I'm gonna take it to work with me and work out on my lunch break. Could you... Oh my god. Could you imagine going to, like, the gym and you see some guy, like working out, and he's got, like, his video player there, and you, like, pass by and you just see Marky Mark on his video player while he's working out. Mark's on his player just going, POW! You can do it! Come on, one more rep. You're gonna be that person. Let's do it. Let's all go to the gym and do a Marky Mark workout. I want to do an interview with the girls that were in that tape. Like, especially the one that works out with him. That's, like, obviously just... They were like, okay, you're gonna make a workout tape with Mark Wahlberg. Just stand there and do what he says. Like, I just want to see... Hey, thanks for stopping by, Black Mage. Appreciate it, man. I just want to talk to be like, okay, how was that experience? What would be the name of this episode? That's easy. POW! This is a long trek. Oh my god. I don't know if we're gonna make it out. There was a PS4 update for Final Fantasy VII the other day. And pretty much the whole community was like, what? Like, the Steam version's been out for so long. And none of the other ones got updates. And the Steam version is actually broken. And they just randomly update the PS4 version. And I was like, it's gotta be like trophy stuff, because there's no way. But they said there was a couple other things they fixed too. And I was like, that blows my mind. After all the ports and all the things you didn't do to fix, all of a sudden you're just like, yeah, we're gonna fix it now. Alright, do I risk trying to get back to the town? Or do I use a cabin here and then go back? Meep. It's quite the long trek. I should probably play it safe. I'll just use a cabin to save, and then just run back. Oh, good thing I did that, because these guys just ambushed me. But Braun takes no damage. So, there's multiple places in this game. We haven't found one yet. But there's multiple places in this game where there's an area that has a encounter on every step. And I believe they were put in there to help with grinding. But it can be really strange when you first run into it and you don't know what it is, and then you get stuck on like the other side of the room and you have to make your way back. That happened to me on my first playthrough of this game, and I was so confused. I was like, man, the encounter rate in here is nuts! And then I realized, like, oh, it's literally every step. And it's like just this room. Yeah, I always thought the paying money to save thing was kind of interesting. It kind of makes the game feel more arcade-like. But at the same time, it can get you in some really bad situations. But it reminds me of like some other old games where you had to you had a limited amount of times you could save, and you had to kind of be smart with when you used your saves. Hold on, where's the guy? There we go. Gotta get that out of the way. Important dialogue. Do you guys have a clerk or a cleric? Where the heck is your cleric? Where's the church? Is it a church or is it a cleric or a clinic? I think it's a clinic. It could be either one, I guess. They literally don't have one. They don't have one in this town. That's a problem. I guess we're gonna learn life. I guess that's... Can you move, please? Do I have enough money to learn life? Because if not, we gotta go back. Oh my god, I am rich! Holy cow! I did not realize we made absolute bank. Holy cow. Okay. Uh-oh. Can I use it, though? Oh, no. She's not a high enough level to use it. She's almost up a level. I could try to level her up real quick, and then she could probably use it. I'll just go to the other town for now. I got enough money to finally make my workout video. Hey guys, it's Death. People are always asking me to make a workout video. So I did. I gotta remember the rest of it. He says like this whole line about what the workout video is going to be about, and it's so funny. And like everyone behind him is just like looking at him like, what are you talking about? He's like, it's all about dedication. The guys behind you are like, what? Whatever, Mark. What's great is like how not like that he is now. That's what makes it so great. Like it's you can make fun of it without feeling like you're being mean, because he's totally not like that now. It's just funny to look at his past and be like, this is where, from humble beginnings. Of course, he was already a superstar at that point because he made a workout video. You don't make a workout video unless you're already well known. Do I want to go? Let's just go to... Let's go to the other one. I feel like my text is slow. Did I forget to set it to 4 when we game overed last? I think I forgot to set it to 4. I think our text is slow. We could reset it real quick to fix that. I'm also kind of wondering if I should go buy some more softs. Go to the elf town. Can you move? That's great. Get out of the way. Did I save? I guess it automatically does. For some reason I was thinking that you had to, like, say to save. Okay, hold on. Let me go reset. And actually, I'm going to go to the bathroom as well. So I'll be back in a moment. Oh. I'm back. Oh, it did keep our respawn rate at 4. Okay. No, I reset the game. Because I wanted to check the respawn rate. Respond rate. That's like the weirdest way to say text speed ever. Respond rate. Okay, we should be good to go, but I'm just rested this in so that we're saved closer.